What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Grayson here from Pokey Profit. Today, I want to talk about a short-term play that is opening up right now in the Pokemon hobby. We've seen this happen before. It'll happen again in the future. And that's looking at the loose pack value and even some ancillary product value. For example, somebody asked me about Evolving Skies Elite Trainer boxes. Were these a good pickup at this point? We're going to go through the numbers today. And I've done this before on my channel. We haven't done it in a while. And for a lot of people, this won't apply. If you guys are long-term investors, you probably don't want to be holding on to booster packs. But I do think it's important to look at this data, even if you aren't a buyer, just because it will affect where the booster boxes and some of these sealed products do go in the coming weeks and months. So what we have here, we have a couple products on the left side, the booster box, ETB, and the loose pack. We have market price currently from TCG Player. You can see these clearly. That's actually something we can close. We don't have to look at the cards today. ETBs, and then the loose packs. Now, when we come in here and look, the price per pack is going to be different. So for example, in a booster box, you have 36 packs. You divide this market price by 36, you get 62. For a regular ETB, there's only 8 packs, so that's the breakdown there. And obviously a loose pack is just 1 pack. So there you go. Now, if you guys are old viewers of the channel, you'll remember that generally the loose pack ratio to price per pack inside a booster box is going to be somewhere between 0.75 and 0.85 for a lot of the booster boxes to the loose pack value. Some of the older sets, maybe it's a little bit higher. Some of the newer stuff, maybe it's even closer to 1 than some of the older stuff. But the majority of sets, you're going to be somewhere between 0.75 and 0.85. But when we have booster boxes that start to make moves and they go on runs, and generally it is the booster boxes that move first, that can kind of skew this ratio. And I've always said, if the ratio gets below 0.6, you should start to consider buying. And if it's ever below 0.5, that seems like a no-brainer buy for short-term value. And even, longer term, like let's say mid value over the next 12 months, those products tend to do very well if they get to a ratio below 0.5. So for example, right now, the Evolving Skies loose packs to the price per pack inside a booster box is 0.56. That is based on the TCG Player value of 22.32 approximately. And to me, what this is telling me, because the ratio is below 0.6, is that I do think we're going to start to see the loose pack price go up. And it's already moved a lot over the past month. If we do the 1 month chart here, up around 16%. This makes a ton of sense, especially considering the timing, late December. These are around $30, $31, $32. I think there's still room to go on these. And the reason for that is when you look at what Evolving Skies booster boxes are actually selling for right now, which is probably closer to $2,400. If we look at recent sales on TCG Player, $2,425, $2,350, $2,400 again. I think you're going to be very hard pressed to find a booster box selling for $2,232 currently. So if we use $2,400, the numbers get even more skewed. That comes out to $66, $67 per pack, and that would give you a ratio of 0.52. And you could even take this to the extreme. If you have loose packs available to you below $34.73, for example, at like $30, you're getting an even better deal in my eyes. And normally when we've seen the ratio drop below 0.5, and especially below like 0.45, those loose packs tend to see 100% growth over the next 12 months, generally somewhere in that range. Now, obviously that does depend a bit on how far the booster boxes run, but if these run up to $3,500, $4,000 by the end of 2026, you should be fairly confident that loose packs are going to be somewhere around $70 at that point, maybe even a little bit higher. So that's the short-term value there. I did want to talk about collection boxes a little bit today as well, but before we get into that, if you guys are enjoying the content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a goofy comment down below for the algorithm. Helps out a ton. Also, I have links to my market spreadsheet and consultation calls here if you guys are interested in taking your TCG investing more seriously in 2026. I made a lot of mistakes when I started out investing in TCGs. So my goal with those is to save you time and money so you don't have to go through the arduous process that I went through when I started out investing in TCG. So thank you so much if you do decide to support the channel. Now, to shortly discuss collection boxes today, I was talking with someone about collection boxes and if they're a good idea to hold, should you break them down, etc. And I've always said as an investment that these tend to not be that great if you guys are planning to keep them sealed. This is the probably most recent example here, one of the more popular ones right now. We have the Prismatic Evolutions figure collection. These were getting stocked at Costco, I believe, maybe even Sam's Club. If you were buying these at $50, $60 or below MSRP, whatever, it's a great buy, no doubt. You already build in that arbitrage so you can instantly go and sell it. But generally buying these types of products at market is not going to be the best place to put your money. And I brought up a lot of examples today. The first being Hazuian Zoroark. These are from Sword and Shield. You had Fusion Strike in here, Lost Origin, Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign. I actually had some of these about a year, maybe a year and a half ago at this point. They were selling pretty cheap at the time. I think I was paying maybe $25 USD when I bought them. So now that they're going for 80 bucks, sure, great return. But over the past 12 months, only up 73.73%. Not really that great. You're basically just paying for the loose packs inside at this point. There really is not a huge sealed premium. Now there are some better products. For example, these Evolutions collection boxes from Sword and Shield that have Evolving Skies, but they also have very nice promos in here. This one with Flareon was up around 106% over the last 12 months. The Vaporeon was up 92% and Jolteon was up 87%. So still not that great, but a little bit better. And that goes to show you that if there are solid promos inside, that can make a difference. Legendary Warriors, these were all the rage back in early 2025 as Walmart were getting a lot of restocks, at least up here in Canada. I think even later in the year, we were still getting some of these with Sword and Shield packs, up around 88, 89% on the year, but still not that great of a return compared to a lot of booster boxes and other sealed products. If you're buying these for MSRP or even below, again, great buy, but long-term, probably not the best place to put your money. Another example here, Arceus V-Star, decent promos, solid pack selection. You did have Evolving Skies in these, I believe. At least most of them did. I'm pretty sure some of these had probably a second print run where they took Evolving Skies out, and even, actually these might have had Cosmic Eclipse now that I'm looking at the photo, but I'm sure later runs did not have those. 98, 99% ROI over the past 12 months. Again, really good for just an average investment, but compared to a lot of the top stuff in Pokemon, definitely not the best place to be. Lucario, more the same, 59% there. I don't think those had Evolving Skies. Pikachu Zekrom, this was up almost 100%. This did have Evolving Skies, as well as some really cool promo cards. Blooming Waters, this is a specialty set. Starting to take off now that we don't see these getting restocked at big box stores, but still nowhere near as impressive as some of the booster boxes. Crown Zenith, same deal, up 122%. This is the premium figure collection, and the other one as well, the Zamazenta, up around 126.5% over the past 12 months. And aside from the fact that these don't tend to have the best ROI, they also are fairly illiquid. You can see here for the past 28 days on TCG Player, couple sales on December 10th, one on the 14th, one on the 15th, and then you have a few more in here. Let's say, I don't know, 10, 12 total over the month. That's really not that great considering how many booster boxes, loose packs, ETBs actually move for these sets on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So that's all I wanted to get to in this video. Again, if you guys enjoy the content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.